Hi, I'm Bruce Gibbs, President of ServiceMark Telecom. Over 15 years ago, competition in the telecom industry, along with technological advancements, changed how we do business. The telecom and computer industries converged. This Computer Telephony Overview will explain how telephone service was delivered in the past and how telephone and computer industries have converged today. This overview is helpful to understand common configurations and terminology that is used when shopping for telecom and data services and a new telephone system. Topics in this presentation will include an explanation and diagram of POTS lines, which stands for plain old telephone service, an explanation of how POTS lines can be delivered to a customer's premise using voice over IP technology, what are the characteristics of a PRI, and how is voice over IP technology commonly used to deliver telephone and internet service over a common connection? How can multiple offices be linked together through one telephone system and data network through voice over IP networking between multiple offices? Throughout the presentation, I'll point out examples of best practices or configurations that provide a high degree of reliability and come with a guarantee, as well as examples of best effort that are not guaranteed. And this overview will provide a more thorough understanding of what is voice over IP. Voice over IP is an acronym for Voice over Internet Protocol. This can mean talking over the public internet, but voice over IP is not limited to talking over the public internet. A brief definition of voice over IP is talking over a public or private IP data network, and this presentation will include illustrations to provide an understanding of this brief definition. Telephone service was delivered as POTS lines, or plain old telephone service, for more than 100 years. Historically, each community had one local phone company. The local phone company would connect to the public switched telephone network, or PSTN. Connectivity to a customer's premise was, and still is today, a pair of copper wires that connects a customer's home or building to the local phone company. POTS lines are analog and are sometimes called copper lines from the street. In this illustration, there are 3 POTS lines connected to a business phone system, which provides the ability for 3 simultaneous phone calls. POTS lines are also commonly used for fax machines. Competition and advancements in technology has provided more ways to connect phone service to homes and buildings. It's commonplace today to use voice over IP technology to deliver service that is converted to plain old telephone service, or POTS lines. Today, customers have more than one choice for local phone service. A number of providers deliver telephone service via T1s or fiber, which provide dedicated bandwidth between a customer's premise and a local phone company. T1s and fiber are both considered best practices and are very reliable. Cable TV companies also deliver telephone service over a coax cable. Quality of phone conversations over coax cable can vary because the bandwidth is not dedicated bandwidth and is shared with your neighbors. When others in your neighborhood get busy on the internet, the quality of phone service can suffer. In this illustration, a channel bank converts IP data packets to plain old telephone service, or POTS lines. Although plain old telephone service sounds old-fashioned and unexciting, it still fits for a small business with one location that is concerned with one main phone number. And POTS lines are still used for fax machines. POTS lines have their limitations. Plain old telephone service doesn't support directing or dialing or private phone numbers that ring directly to office telephones. POTS lines don't support a mobile extension feature which provides office phone functionality through mobile phones. POTS lines don't support quality of conference calls of more than 2 outside parties. And POTS lines don't provide a viable solution for a centralized telephone system that services multiple locations. For many small offices, and for most businesses with more than 10 employees, telephone and internet service is delivered over a common connection, and telephone service is delivered via a primary rate interface, or PRI. This next illustration will provide 3 examples of voice over IP technology. 2 of the examples are best practices and come with a guarantee. One of the examples is best effort and is not guaranteed. Businesses today have a variety of choices for telephone and internet service. It's commonplace that a voice and data provider will provide connectivity to the public switch telephone network, or PSTN, and the public internet. Phone and internet service can be delivered to businesses through T1s or a fiber optic cable, and both are very reliable and are considered best practices. The voice and data provider installs phone and data hardware at the customer's premise, which provides connectivity to a phone system and the customer's local area network or on-premise data network. Commonly, the physical connection to a phone system is a primary rate interface or PRI circuit. Characteristics of a PRI include the ability for up to 23 simultaneous conversations. It's a digital connection, and PRIs provide direct inward dialing, commonly abbreviated as DIDs, which provides the ability for every business telephone to have a direct dial phone number. Using a common connection for voice and data service is made possible through voice over IP technology. This example is talking over a private data network and not the public internet. This is an illustration of a best practice that should be very reliable. For all phone system installations, ServiceMark will connect the telephone system to a customer's local area network, and the phone system becomes a part of the data network. This connection provides the ability for computer telephony applications. For an example, voicemail messages can appear as emails. Users can easily see the name and telephone number in the email subject line and click on an audio attachment to listen to a voicemail message from a computer or smartphone. Unified Communications is software that appears on a computer that interacts with the business telephone system. Unified Communications works like a smartphone from your desktop computer, which provides an improved end-user experience and provides productive collaboration between employees. Capabilities such as click-to-dial, drag-and-drop phone calls, presence, quick message, IM or instant message for employees working in or out of the office is now commonplace and affordable for most businesses. The telephone shown in this diagram is an illustration of digital phones that connect directly to the NEC chassis or telephone system via wires and jacks that are separate from the data network. Since the telephone system connects to the data network, it's possible to deploy voice over IP telephones. If data switches are equipped with power over Ethernet and quality of service to ensure quality phone conversations, a single data cable and jack can provide connectivity to a phone and computer. Deploying digital phones and voice over IP phones are both commonplace, and a more in-depth conversation with a ServiceMark representative can help determine which configuration is best and most cost-effective for you. Because of voice over IP technology, it is now possible to have office phones connected off-premise using the public internet. These office phones can be desk phones or soft phones or software that resides in a user's computer. It's important to note that the public internet is a best effort connection and the quality of voice conversations is not guaranteed. Advantages of this illustration are as follows. The connectivity via T1s or fiber is very stable and considered best practice. Direct inward dialing or DID numbers allows each user to have their own direct dial phone number. The configuration supports mobile extension, which extends office phone functionality to mobile phones. Conference calls sound great. Voice over IP phones can be deployed on or off premise. Because of voice over IP technology, businesses can deploy one phone system that serves multiple offices. A voice and data provider can provide connectivity to a customer's corporate office and branch offices through a private MPLS IP network, which is reliable, guaranteed, and is a best practice. A more detailed discussion with a ServiceMark representative will help determine the best configuration of telephone and data services and products for your business. Please contact us. Thanks for watching.